Welcome to Cardboard Chemistry, where we talk about everything and anything related to Magic the Gathering. I'm the beaker in your speaker, a test tube dude, the goat in a lab coat, just a slippery boggle in goggles. I'm your host, MTG Labman, and without further ado, let's get into our topic for today. Alright guys, today's topic is how to be a better loser in Commander. Right? Commander is a 4-player game. When you sit at a table, you have a 25% chance to win. So, the majority of the time, you're going to lose. That's unless you're, bringing a deck that is way above everybody else at the table's power level, or you're to pub stomp other people, you're going to lose more games of Commander than you're going to win. So today we're going to talk about how to do that with integrity and to make losing not feel as bad. So, first off, I want to talk about holding grudges. Every game of Commander should start as a clean slate. There are instances where you play with the same pod over and over and over again, get to know each other's decks pretty well, and when a player brings a deck out to the table, you immediately go, okay, they're the threat, and because you've lost that deck numerous times, or that player's a threat because they beat me all the time. But I try to encourage you guys to move away from that mentality. It's a big change, personality change to go in with a fresh slate each time. But I think overall it would improve your attitude towards the game. Next thing is spite plays. Wiping out a person's creature because, or doing something to a player that maybe knocked you out of the game, can be fun. It can be fun. On your way out, taking out as much, or taking out their key creature or something on your way out is fun, and it progresses the game state. I'm talking more about, this person attacked me the last game, or knocked me out of the game last game. This game I'm going to, target them most of the time. And that's like I said, start with a clean slate. Each game, I do encourage, if you're going to be eliminated from the game, to don't just okay, I have 10 blockers on the battlefield, they're attacking me with 20 creatures, I'm just going to take all of the damage, because I'm going to lose anyway. I still do encourage you to, make your blocks, and do whatever interaction you can, because that's still going to progress the game, and it's going to make the other players that are still left in the game, a little bit. It's gonna make it more balanced for them. All right, Commander's a 4-player game. As you start eliminating players, especially if you're attacked with 20 creatures and you block none of them, well, that leaves more things for your opponents to deal with. And for a competitive format that is, or not a competitive format, for a casual format that is, designed for the social aspect of the game, holding grudges or being a sore loser doesn't get you invited back to the table. You know, I don't mind playing with. I'll play with anybody. Um, but if we're playing games and oh, yada, this happened and I lost and I'm gonna take it out on you because I lost, and or oh, this person always wins, take them out. It's not, it it diminishes the social and fun aspect of the game. And I think if we learn to accept loss and put a positive spin on things, um, my best advice is make small little goals. Look at what your deck did during that game. Um, it's one thing if you're completely mana screwed or completely flooded and you did nothing all game. Like I can understand where that's a big feel bad. Um, you know, if you're at a table with me and it's been 3 turns since you got a land, had a land drop, I'm not gonna say okay, let you keep on sitting there with no lands. I'm gonna let you tutor for a land and put a land into play because you're not having a fun experience. I don't want anybody at the table to not be having fun. Um, so there's that. But like I said, make small goals for your deck. I don't win a lot of games. But I look at what my decks have done during that time. I I was playing a game one time and I have a Weta deck, a Naya deck, and I lost the game. But the attacking player, when they attacked me, I had so many dinosaurs out in a way that when they attacked me and I blocked, I dealt like 30 damage to that player on a single block by a creature. Uh, in my Catalan Triad deck, I had Rolling Hamsphere and I made 9 hamsters. Like, I still lost, but I looked at a fun thing that my deck did to kind of counteract that. And that's always, it's always something I encourage to people. Even if you lost, what fun, crazy thing did your deck do? Um, look at what you did during the game and how that made you feel versus how did losing make you feel. Because like I said, 4-player game, the odds are already stacked against you to win. So everybody comes in on a level playing field, 25, 25, 25, and 25. So uh, that's about holding not holding grudges and looking what your deck does. The last thing I want to talk about is how to lose gracefully or with integrity, or to know when you've been beat and not to prolong it. Big thing for me, um, at MagicCon, I was playing a game with Still City, Steph and Brad, uh, and another person, and Steph and Brad had been eliminated. It was just down to the other person at the table and myself. And I had a board wipe in my hand. They had gained control of all. I was playing my Goshentai deck. They had gained control of all of my enchantment creatures, and I had Extinguish All Hope in my hand, and I'm sitting there. They have plenty of power on the board to wipe me out, and I have Extinguish All Hope in my hand, and I draw. And it's my turn. I draw, and I look, and I'm like, I could Extinguish All Hope, but it doesn't kill the enchantment creatures. Yeah, they would all drop to what they are, and it would be another 5 turns probably, back and forth to try to build out to see who wins. And with the time that it takes for a Commander game, and to have 2 other people at the table waiting for the game to end, I said, hey, I'm gonna, I have this board wipe in my hand. I'm not gonna cast it. Good game. Let's move on to the next one, because there comes a point where you have to get the feel of the table and kind of read the room. And as you play with more people, you kind of know, like, all right, we're crunched for time. Let's not drag this out longer than it has to be. And I don't say scoop. I'm not saying scoop. I'm just saying, run. If you know the inevitable, don't prolong the inevitable. The more games you get in, Commander's a long game. It'll probably an hour, for at least for most people. If you can get through a game quicker without prolonging it, then you have more time to play more games and make more memories and spend more time socializing, and maybe just maybe you'll win one of those games that night at the Commander table. And with that, thank you all for listening. Bye.